He knows exactly what I meant. You little bitch. There it goes.
Oh, that's a great photo to come
That's
live to.
Yeah, I
weird.
like it.
All right, let's jump in, Dick, first.
Woo!
5, 4, 3,
Fuck
2,
you.
1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets a little lower every week. Today, your bartenders are going to be a non-pencil,
Ha!
enigmatic otaku,
I'm baking alive over here.
Flamin' Warfer.
Ugh.
We have Milk
I'm sorry,
and
Fred.
Ravage.
I'm all dead inside.
Killing it, guys.
And my
Thanks.
name is Flutter Priest. This week, of course, we have a very special guest along with us. We have the illustrious Little Big Pony.
Howdy. I don't know about illustrious either, but you have me.
Let's see. And this week's cocktail is absolutely garbage because I don't have one. So, for those who are watching the podcast for the first time, welcome. What we do is we take a guest that has been suggested by our viewers, ask them to come on, and then you ask them questions, and we make them miserable for 2 hours.
Woo!
Here we
Of
go.
course, as always, we are streaming this live on Twitch. And if you have any questions as you are listening, go ahead and post them in the chat. And we will do the thing that we use words to ask questions with. Pencil, what is an example of a thing that we do to use the words to ask questions with that you will not use the words to ask questions to our guests with?
I will be not asking any questions that have to do with, say, politics or like sex with children. Like that usual stuff that we don't talk about. But, if you want to talk about sex with our guest, I'm pretty sure I will ask those questions.
Sweet. So let's jump straight in. Little Big Pony, we have some actual interview questions for you before we jump into the user submitted questions. So let's start with number one. Who are you? Give us a little introduction. What do you do for the fandom?
Well,
And where do you do it?
I am Little Big Pony. I am a writer on both film fiction and 4chan, and I do a lot of, most of it being human, or with a human in it, and a lot of it being smut. More than a lot, actually.
Hey, man, humans need love too. I totally understand.
Especially if I look at my paste bin.
Oh gosh, your pastry has some sweet stuff.
Oh, it's huge too. It's a lot bigger than my film stuff.
Jesus.
Stories in there.
I'll have more questions for you regarding film fiction versus 4chan in a little while, but we'll move on to actual other questions. How did you get into the fandom?
It was, what was it, 2012, I think, and my brother and I, he loves this game. It was Dragon Age,
Yeah.
and he must have played 200 hours of the game. Summer and play it till it got dark. So I guess he must have just been looking through for something, and he's found a story called Pony Age Origins, I think it was called.
I think I've heard of that.
And and we both looked over it, and I started to read more and more, and then I decided to start writing. Really garbage, but I kept writing.
Interesting. So you it sounds like you started by reading the fan fiction as opposed to watching the show.
Well, I read first and then I watched afterwards.
Interesting. That's not the usual way of getting into things.
And now I'm the degenerate that is speaking to you today.
Hooray, degenerates.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
there are proper channels to get into this fandom, and you just ignored those.
So, next question. What is your favorite part of the fandom? The online community, fanfics, cons, music, stories?
Priest. Before we
Yo.
get into that,
Oh, go ahead.
we are dumb. We are super dumb. We didn't tell them the drinking words.
Oh, well, we have drinking words today, and there are a lot of them. But basically, if you hear ugh, or
Yeah.
Or the Wilhelm scream.
or the Wilhelm scream, then drink. That's what we're doing today.
And of course, if you don't have an actual drink in your hand, fret not. You can always get water because it is never not cool to hydrate.
Yes.
What, Flam? At least they'll be drinking with us in spirit.
Oh, I need my inhaler for that one.
that was a drink.
Wah, wah, wah.
Drink. I knew that would get me a drink.
If you all need a drink, come to our bar.
So back to the question. What's your favorite part of the fandom, Little Big Pony?
Well, when I was at first on 4chan, no, not when I was on Film, it was the stories, but transferred onto 4chan. I think it's watching people get upset.
Yay!
Beautiful.
There's nothing that makes me smile more. I don't think.
Oh my god.
Somebody says one thing and 200 posts just angry comments.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah,
Yes.
This is all. Next question. If there's one thing that you could say to your followers or fans, what would it be?
My stuff. Hope you keep reading
Aw.
it. Everybody that's listening, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. So I can
Wow.
get up
right.
to the top 20 on Film.
Oh boy.
Do your
is there
lifts
anything that
and
is there anything you would say to your haters? Nah, just
they
fuck
hate,
wouldn't
they,
even know.
hate, they hate me because they hate me, I guess, or something stupid like that.
them.
Well, I guess if you want a serious answer, I guess if you dislike me, you probably have a good reason.
That's so nice.
You're so man. You're so. Why do we have all these nice guests on here? What happened to the guests who yelled at us and told us we were shit?
Bolding's gone.
Oh, huh. Her.
Okay, so last interview question before we jump into the user submitted questions, and it's time to get controversial. Time to burn some bridges. Let's do this. Who is best pony?
Oh, it's easy. Princess Celestia.
Oh, so close,
Best
but
pony
I'll
there ever
settle
was.
for it. I'll settle for it. I'll allow
Yeah,
it.
Celestia is bestia. I can respect that.
She's fucking useless, but she's best.
Let's not talk about horse politics now.
Horse
Anyway.
politics. All right, so let's jump into questions from the thread. We're going to start with
Yay.
questions from Alex _, who always seems to have a new wonderful picture that uses our actual faces for some reason.
Our
So-
fan art is so distressing. Everyone else gets these nice drawings. We get pictures of like me wearing a cheese crown, looking like I'm gonna murder somebody, and Milk looking like a fucking creeper that he is.
Better than nothing.
There was also the Walking Enigmas.
Yeah, the Walking Enigmas instead of the Walking Dead.
Oh,
Yeah, we
that
just
was
get like the
amazing.
creepiest ass shit.
All right, so to Little Big Pony, what is your funniest anecdote? Just a story you tell, to some friends for a good laugh.
Probably when I was about 21, 22, I used to do a lot of bar hopping. That's not really a funny story. Well, yeah, I guess it is. And I think 19, no, not 19, because that's illegal. And we're not allowed to talk about illegal stuff on here. I was 21, yeah. And-
Boy.
And I'm a lifter. Well, I used to do a lot of heavy lifting. So what I would do, summer, I'd cut. I would do that even though I don't. I do a lot more running than lifting. So
Fair.
I was cutting really hard. 21. cut, you try to get as few carbs as possible, no fats, no sugars. There's a lot of boring, shitty food.
Mhm.
And this makes you really irritable, tired. So, and I was like that for about a month, I think. I was in it for a month. So one day, a bunch of buddies of mine just say, "Hey, come on out and drink. Come drink." Bar. And I was like, liquor because when you're on a cut. So we went down
you were
there.
naturally a lightweight, yeah.
Yeah. So it was going fine. I was sitting at the bar being grumpy, drinking. I was drinking Crown Apple because I love Crown Apple.
Oh, awesome.
Girl pops up the bar next to me. I'm grumpy, so I ignore her, but she tries to talk to me. And eventually she keeps talking to me long enough, I start talking back. Dressing like a group of normal people, I suppose. And probably about 20 minutes, I'm pretty close to getting this girl's phone number, I think.
Yeah.
When this guy comes over, hammered, I've ever seen in my life. And I live in Pennsylvania. And, yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up, tries to hit on the girl. And like really not having it, but I don't know this girl, and I'm like not gonna step in and help her because I'm like, you do you. She keeps trying to talk to me, and the guy gets aggressive at me because he's getting ignored. And take a swing at me.
Jesus.
Oh
Misses
God.
misses completely, and I just even get up from the bar, grab by a shoulder, just keep talking to the girl then. And he ate. There was probably about 100 people in that bar, and there was music blasting. Hear him go. Pop. He hits the ground hard, doesn't move.
Oh
I'm
fuck.
right to light. Yeah. Look back up at the woman, say, "Oh." Take a drink, and just keep talking with her. Oh, something, huh? So
Jesus.
what about your girlfriend? It ended up yeah. It ended up the guy gets kicked out, we get kicked out. The girl got kicked out, so did her girlfriends, but I got that phone number.
Oh boy.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah. Boy got it.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Next question. Now we have a kill, fuck, marry scenario. Or of course, here on the Barcast, instead of choosing any of the options, killing yourself is always an option.
Yay, killing yourself.
As it should be.
So, kill, fuck, marry between a little pony, a big pony, and a medium pony.
I'd probably prefer to kill the little pony because the body would be easiest to hide. Patience with the medium pony, probably because there's a lot you can do with a pony you can pick up. We marry the big pony
Good
because
choice.
yes, the bigger, the more cuddly they are. I'd like to think.
Can literally carry you through the hard times. Just saying.
Ride the pony.
Exactly.
But
Next question.
Where do you stick the quarter in?
No, don't stick quarters
Not-
inside ponies.
That's
what
not
you
a coin
expect.
slot.
Not with that attitude.
Guys.
That's awful. So, next question. Little big pony. What is love?
Well, that's a philosophical question I don't think I'm equipped to answer.
Yeah, we would hate for
But-
any questions to hurt anyone else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's a song that I've grown to dislike quite a bit because of the certain story I've written. I'm
Right,
sure.
the Cadence series. That's right. I forgot.
Yes. Yes. And it's a song. It's a story I wrote. To be cynical. It's a chemical. I think that's about it.
I regret to say that I haven't been able to start that series, yes, but it's really awesome to see that there's so many people that consider What Is Love, and I believe its sequel, This Is Love, to be some of the best Cadence fiction on the site. So
And you know,
Congrats.
Proof loves his Cadence fiction.
it's true. You're
Yeah.
fighting the good fight, man.
Yeah.
Please stop encouraging him.
Is that Cadence Shrine grown?
No, it hasn't.
It's gonna.
It does after I expand. Question.
I liked her and Shannon when I was writing that story. Thought she was a shit horse.
She is a shit
So-
horse.
And
I thought she was a
Shannon
shit horse when I started Parents.
and I thought Shannon was the biggest jackass in the world. But after finishing it, doing it all, I was like, oh, you know, because I would pretty much write every single day. And that This Is Love, I think, was 40 chapters. And I spent 2 years on that. So you spend 2 years continuously writing about. You know what I mean? They're almost more like your kids than anything.
No, I totally understand. Do you try to write X number of words a day?
Yeah, well, when I'm doing 4chan posts, it's 6 posts worth a day. When it's film stuff, probably 2,000 words.
Fair enough.
Gotta
next
keep the skills sharp.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I-
true.
Totally understanding. Next question. If you had to name your child after an element from the periodic table, what would you name it?
Titanium.
Solid.
It's just,
Wow.
wait, is it?
Fucking.
Is this so your kid can have that song singing "I am titanium"?
I just like the
Thank
metal.
you. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You can't kill the metal. So, next question. If you had to name your child after a U.S. state capital, what would you name it?
Not Baltimore, that's for sure. That place was such a dump.
Yeah, can you imagine naming your child one of like the not name sounding ones? I've named my child Sacramento. It's like fuck. No.
Very many good. I can't really think of that many other than Harrisburg because I freaking am PA.
Well,
Call your child
well,
Baton
yeah,
Rouge.
the safe one would be Austin.
Yeah, you could name your kid Austin.
Ah,
Lincoln.
You could also name your kid Helsinki.
Now, if I'm gonna do a state capital, it's gonna be a dumb one.
Ontario.
Yeah, Montgomery probably be a good one. Dumbest.
Then he'll
Yes.
sound like an 1820s Southern general.
Name your kid Nashville. Just name your kid Nashville. They'd have to be a
Fucking
country
Nashville.
singer. There's no other option.
Or just name him Tokyo because every country in the world belongs
Yeah.
to America.
No. If you're named Nashville, you either become a country singer or a member of Jackass.
Yeah. Montgomery sounds pretty good,
Yeah,
actually.
Because you could be Monty too, so that's a pretty easy one.
It sounds dignified.
Yeah.
You don't hear any 2-year-olds called Montgomery anymore. I don't
Gives
think
them a
you
little
will,
class.
but- Not that you ever have, but
I like somebody said name your kid. Somebody said the obvious one, Jackson. Name your
Mhm.
kid Jackson or Pierre.
No, I'd want a dumb name. That's if I ever have kids, I'm gonna give them stupid names.
Like
Sonic.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City.
great.
Hello, my daughter Silicone.
Silicone.
Silicon.
Well, she'd have to be a stripper.
No,
then.
that's
And her
yeah.
middle name is Salt Lake City, so she's Silicone Salt Lake City. There you go. Now we've done that. Can we move on?
Yes. Next question, Little Big Pony. If you had to name your child after a Nobel Prize winner for economics, what would you name it?
wow. If I had to name, a child after Nobel Prize winner. Well, I know I don't I don't know that much, but I have no idea. Prize.
So you're gonna name your kid unimportant?
Unimportant.
Now let me check. Robert Schiller, probably.
Schiller. You'd name your child Schiller? Yes.
Because
Who's the
Because
Yes.
it's
person?
just shill his Patreon on 4chan.
Who's the person who
Yeah.
invented penicillin?
I love it. This is economics, sweetie. This
Yeah.
is the Nobel Prize winner in economics.
What if you named your child Drink?
Why?
Like when he turns 21, holy shit.
Alex invented penicillin.
Anyway, moving on. Next
And
question.
Baghdad.
Little Big Pony. If you were preparing a roast fetus
Yes,
Feed
that's
it.
for
the,
the
British, that's the British way.
annual Ponyville Family Bar and Grill Festival, what ingredients would you use to make it absolutely delectable?
Well, I'd
Oh, sorry.
probably low since I'm roasting it. There, mixed with probably thyme and maybe salted just a little bit.
Yeah, because that's what we love. That's what we love, a buttery fetus. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Jesus
And
Christ.
and the dish would be called Dr. Deletus.
Dr. Deletus is
Yes.
buttered fetus.
Yes. Dr.
Fucking-
Deletus is roast fetus.
God.
Jesus Christ. And actually, surprisingly enough, we have a few quick questions for Ravage because this is his first time back on the podcast in a while.
Oh shit.
Rav, as far as I can tell, your last appearance was when the BabsCon recast in April, and then before that, the Monochromatic interview in February. Does that mean that you're basically a McRib, that you're really great but only pop up sporadically?
I don't know. You decide.
And when will we see you again?
Hopefully from now on.
Yay!
Yay, Rav. Rav's back. Rav's back. Get excited. Rav's back.
Describing
Alright.
him as a McRib makes me think that he's just always coated in barbecue sauce.
Well, that's
Okay.
I don't have an interest in your fetishes, Enigma.
Enigma, we need to sit down and have another discussion about how you don't use sticky in the bedroom because that's how you get yeast infections. Okay, baby?
Maybe.
All right. Back to questions for Little Big Pony. We're going to questions from Tony Montana. First question: what is your favorite episode?
Really like the Celestia and Luna one.
It was so
Because
good. Go on.
need to have more episodes with Sun Horse in them. Episodes.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
Like all the Luna episodes revealed to us is that she has like a major S&M thing going on.
Yeah, a lot of mental damage.
Wait,
looks like.
hold on. When does S&M equivocate to mental damage? Because I agree with the mental damage, but I do not see how Luna is apparently into bondage.
Seems
I
like
meant-
she.
I mean, I've written that.
I meant that she's into like self-punishment with the tantabus and whatnot.
Nah, that's more mental issues.
Yeah, I mean, just because you hate yourself doesn't mean you're automatically a masochist in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
me, but
Well, are we talking about our sex life again, Priest?
no, we're not. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on.
Should we move on now? Because we can. I'm here for 2 hours.
No, we
You
have
can
so
stay
many
longer if
questions.
you want.
People really
There-
had a lot of questions for you.
There are a million
Yeah.
questions. What are your thoughts on the MLP movie trailer?
The style is a lot different than I thought it was going to be. Garbage, actually. They had.
It's a little garbage.
Yeah, because I watched it a couple times just because if you look carefully at the Zeppelin, that looks like it looks like from a Windows 2000 screensaver.
Wow.
You can see they use like 2.5D models for like most of the characters, but some of them are actually just 2D models. I think
Awesome.
what's the horse's name?
Death of Shadow.
No, the one with the dreadlocks.
Tree Hugger.
Yeah, Tree Hugger. She was 2D.
Also-
Aquaria was 2D too.
Also, if you notice, both biceps looks even more roided out.
Yeah,
Well, I
But
mean,
I
he's
thought-
got the need. He has to keep feeding it.
but other than that, I think their designs are like the 2.5D models. They don't look bad. I think the ears on the ponies look kind of cute. It would take. I think it's going to take a little. See how I feel about it, because I don't know why they just wouldn't have. You spent all that money, you could have just had. So just have the same animators do it. Put a
Right.
few more frames in it.
Also, to me, it looks like the legs got shorter and they're now consistent of marshmallows.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, they
like
look-
it. I like
they-
marshmallow ponies.
They almost look like the size of like medium-sized dogs now.
Just what they should be.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what they should be.
There was one author who wrote them under the impression that ponies were the size of cats, and that
That
kind
would
of
They
be
love
Ansel.
to cuddle. You mean short skirts and
Oh, that'd
explosions?
be adorable.
Also, short skirts. But Ansel's the one who says that they are house cat size.
So that was okay. So there's more than it wasn't him that I was referring to, but if he takes that impression too, okay. Noted.
Typically talked
but-
about it on the cast. I thought you were here for.
Yeah,
you were. You were here for
yeah,
that.
I
You were
was.
here for that.
I was here for that one. I guess I just didn't remember that.
Yeah.
So
All right.
moving on then.
Next question. Little Big Pony. What are your favorite kind of scenes to write in a story?
Well, sex seems the hardest. Usually for that, I need to be in pretty good mind.
Plus, there's
Plus-
only so many ways you can describe the act without it being repetitive.
Trust me, I'm a master at that.
Mm.
Being repetitive or writing about the act of sex?
Both.
Yay! I understand.
I think my favorite's just a lot of times I'll start out a story like the sunrise and just describing super quiet and then just the sun that's coming up and describing the rays of light and all that stuff. I think that's what I have a scene that would take a second, just elongate it into like 2 or 3 paragraphs.
Yep.
All right. What kind of characters do you like to write the most, and what kind of characters do you like to write the least?
Least would be probably edgelords.
Edgelords? Why?
But I don't know. I think it's dumb. Just I hate the world. And I want to kill myself.
I love writing exaggerated edgelords, though. It's so much fun.
I like cute serious. I like cute, funny horses.
Aw.
Crazy lifting characters I would do on 4chan.
You see, I like doing the crazy edgelords of I'm gonna kill myself. Pony's like, "Okay, bye." And
That's-
that's the point of the humor for me because
That's
I like,
almost. No, I don't even mean that edgelord because that's so like kooky. It's barely edgelordy. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about like I get out my twin-bladed, double-hilted sword with spikes and
I rustle my neck beard and I tip my fedora.
Aren't you gonna ask about my traumatic past?
I stubbed my toe on a wall once. My life was never the same again.
I think it's that and characters that are so like unagreeable and like angry that they can't be reasoned with. I guess.
not to
you
be
mean
confused with a
hipsters
non.
that were the different color.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just like, but Anon, please don't fight the Timberwolves in the woods. But I have to because I'm badass. Fuck off, Twilight. Runs in the woods. Is injured, staggers back, bleeding. At least I got to save you. You're a
That's-
hero, Anon.
See, like now the difference is that in my mind, Anon would just be like Twilight would be like, Anon, don't go do that, and he would say, "You're not my real mom." And would go run into the forest, come back, Mom, I'm hurt.
Yeah. As he should be.
Whereas I think mine, they would go, hang on, you should go fight the Timberwolves. He'd be like, no, and then they tie him up in the woods as a human sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
They don't make like a big Wicker Man for him, do they?
God, I want to write about the Timberwolves needing sacrifices to be in giant wicker ponies now. Fuck, why did you do this? Fuck. Okay, let's move on.
No, not the wolves.
Not the Parasprites. Not the Parasprites.
Okay, moving on. Moving on. Oh shit. Okay.
As long as someone gets to smack Twilight in the face.
Anyway, it wouldn't be not the Parasprites, it'd
There's
be not
nothing
the
wrong with Smart
Brazies.
Horse.
Not the Brazies! Not the Brazies!
We're horribly
God.
off topic today. We're
I'm
really
sorry.
distractible. Now let's move on.
We have a lot
Um,
of drinking words. What do you expect?
Drink. So, do you usually have a general idea of how long a story will be when you start it, or do you often just keep going until you think it ends naturally?
When I was a younger man, I used to just write by the seat of my pants, I suppose. Both Cadence stories, I had no idea how long it was going to be. I knew what the beginning was, and I had a good idea what the end was going to be. And shit, because that makes it really hard to focus when you're writing, and you get off tangent. So now, sure to keep it under if I'm going to do something. But no idea how long it'll be. 1,000 words, 10,000 words. As long as it needs to be done.
Or in the case of the Cadence stories, literally hundreds of thousands of words.
This, What is Love, I think is 250,000 words.
Yes.
And This Is Love, it's over, I think it's probably 200,000.
Now, taking those two stories, the final question related to kind of story length, did those just kind of spiral out of control compared to what you thought, or did you think they were going to be these massive sprawling epics?
I thought it was going to do all right. I didn't think it was going to do it as all right as it did, and it probably shouldn't have. In the story, I made a lot of. I wasn't back to did any editing or anything. No, I kind of wish I would have done some more practice that I know now, so I would have a better quality story than what is posted. Because stories I made, and I still think they're pretty good stories. If you haven't read them, go read them.
Yeah, by all means. Let's post a link here in the chat, and we'll include it in the YouTube video too, if we remember it, and people will be able to go find it.
Well, actually, I need to select our featured stories from our. Easy.
Well, honestly, I'd rather you. I'd probably prefer. Probably that Celestial one I just did. Well, not just did. Or C'est La Vie, or one of the newer ones.
So you don't want it to advertise your old What Is Love and whatnot?
Nah, they got What Is Love and what has 3,000 likes. It doesn't matter to me.
All right, yeah, I'll throw those in there. No worries.
Yeah.
All right. So your most recent story was C'est La Vie. That's Flirty Liz. Cadence story
actually,
you had. Mistakes were made?
No, it's
a
cultivated collection of horse smut.
Yep.
Actually.
Ah.
I'm adding both that and C'est La Vie.
Those are actually 4chan stories I just decided to bring it over.
Even better!
Yeah, but if you want to be technical, C'est La Vie is the newest film story.
Awesome.
I have also included a link to the Barcast. Please join the Barcast. You can find the links to the stories we posted.
All right. Then, next question. How many enemies have you killed so far?
Told by pencils not to talk about any illegal things, so I'm not going to do that.
Nailed it.
Pencil. My name is Pencil.
Pencils, pencil. I'm going to keep calling you pencils.
Please don't call
pencil.
me Pencils. I don't want to be mistaken for an Argentinian who's good at art.
We actually, in this other Discord I have, we have a draw fag called Pen Pen.
Pen.
And the
Pen
first
Pen?
question we had, the first question we had for him, are you pencils? He's like the pencil that does the comics. And he was like, no, he's actually a very nice Russian gentleman. And we also have a guy named DSP, and he's actually a little more famous, well-to-do writer, draw friend.
Mhm.
See, right away I was like, what does that stand for? And instantly I was like, deep sexual penetration. I was like, that would work.
Oh god.
Oh gosh. The next question is, what is your favorite vegetable?
Favorite vegetable? Carrots, I think. Unless potatoes a vegetable.
But I will accept it as an answer.
Yeah, then potato.
Yeah.
Ketchup is fruit smoothie.
Fuck off, Enigma. You look, I know you can't afford food that's good for you, but if you're drinking ketchup, you've reached a new low, honey cakes. You have just reached the bottom of the barrel. By the way, Enigma, I started giving you like sweet pet names while I'm insulting you. Does it help?
Test these names out with me right now.
I already said sweetie cakes, darling babe. Like,
Sweet baby boy.
They don't resonate with me.
well, good. Is it making it more insulting?
Not really. It feels like you're insulting someone else.
All right, fine, Pooper Scooter, just shut up.
My favorite vegetable is Christopher Reeve.
My favorite vegetable is Corey in the house.
No, that's your favorite anime.
Anime of all time.
King of the Hill. What are you guys talking about? That's best anime of all time.
Avatar, the movie.
Turned down for what?
Move on before it gets too bad because it started.
Next question. You are the president of Mexico, and enigmatic otaku keeps stealing your country's natural supply of tacos. You've asked him repeatedly to stop, but he refuses. You have two options. Number one, build a wall between Mexico and Enigma's house. Number two, go to war with enigmatic otaku. If you build the wall, who would pay for the wall? Who would win what in what war? And what option do you choose? This is not a political question, and you can also choose to kill yourself.
Well, probably war, because bitches build walls.
Hey!
Good,
Yeah.
good,
You'd
good
go
offense is the best defense.
You'd go to war with me over tacos.
Well, I mean,
I-
wouldn't you?
Fucking
Send
tacos.
about a dozen ballistic missiles in your house.
Right, but
Second-
here's the problem why you should probably choose to kill yourself. You're the president of Mexico.
It does start with you are the president of Mexico, so
Instantly kill yourself.
insta death.
All right. My time here is running short, so
But
I
you
will.
gotta yell it. You gotta
I will
yell it.
scream the other guy's question because it's what we've been doing. Hopefully, someone goes through and edits all these long screaming parts together from all of our other stories. Hit, wink, wink. My groin's been burning for the last 2 hours. Do you think that the frog gave me an STD? It was so fucking wet. I should have known there was a catch. What was that fucking laughing in the background?
Me and Rav were giggling a little.
So the question, I believe, Little Big Pony, is: do you think frogs have STDs?
I think so.
Ooh, pick me.
I think
pick me.
most animals have
Pencil.
some kind of STD.
Frogs do not
Pencil?
have STDs that can be passed to humans. However, because frogs have toxins, they could actually cause you to have a serious disease on your dick. It's not necessarily a sexually transmitted or sexually transmittable disease, but you could still get really sick from frogs because they have parasites.
Yeah.
So you'll get frog warts on your dick, and then tadpoles start coming out of it.
Not quite how it works, but
Yes.
certain frogs will just like get you high off your ass if they touch your mucous membrane. So you could like, in theory, fuck certain hallucinogenic frogs and just get really high, or you could try to fuck a poison dart frog and die. So
I have a feeling this has been done before many times.
Well, it's been done by a monkey. Isn't there a video of a monkey?
there is a video of a monkey raping a frog's mouth. And
Oh my god.
who you're talking about.
Oh my
The
God,
internet
that's
is a
right.
wonderful place.
Isn't it though?
You are always welcome here, and invite whoever you want. We are not unexclusive.
We are
We're
not
not
exclusive.
exclusive.
We're
That
not
thing.
exclusive.
All right, next question. Last one before I have to go. Will there be more Umbra stories?
I've been tinkering with I think the third and probably last one, but I need to, with those Umber stories, I just got to get in the mood to do one, I suppose.
Get in the mood. Yeah, so that's what you
Hey,
And the lights down, get the scented candles.
get the frog.
Yeah. Get the frog and the rubber chicken.
Yes.
You see, I automatically somehow you'd put the frog inside of the rubber chicken and then fuck the frog through the mouth of the rubber chicken, and I don't know why my brain went there.
And every time you'll go,
You're not the only one.
Yeah,
Alright.
I just looked through your thing and I realized that you wrote mistakes are made. I read that when doing laundry and I loved it.
Yeah.
All right, I have to step away, do a personal
Everybody
commitment.
say bye, priest.
But take it
Bye.
easy, everyone,
Bye,
and
please.
enjoy the rest of the podcast. Sounds like we have a wonderful time. Pencil's gonna pick back up.
Yep.
Take it easy, everyone.
Priest,
Okay,
enjoy
you-
sodomizing yourself with a drumstick.
Well, hope he does good in this thing.
He always does good in this thing. Anyway,
He's not
and you
gonna
tell him I
forget to
said
pack
so.
He's not gonna forget to pack his frog, is he?
Sure, he packs his frog. Oh, here are some questions. The other guy. Are there fetishes you would never write about?
Yeah, a bunch of them. Probably scat.
Hmm. So the typical list then.
Well, I've done incest. I've done
Yeah. Yeah.
sex, vanilla. Recently, I've done a lot of casual sex stuff.
Casual sex. Have you done any public stuff yet?
Yes, yes.
A lot of people seem to like
probably-
that shit on the site.
I don't like. I will never write Falcon. I don't think.
I love how.
Uh,
Can I hear you say that word again for my own personal health?
I think he's having an existential crisis.
Guys, I broke him again. I'm here for 5 minutes after Priest is gone, and I break our guys.
Yeah, did you hear me?
No, he went
Oh.
silent.
Oh.
One more time,
Uh,
please.
Say it.
Oh,
Falcon.
There we go.
Falcon.
Falcon. It's with chickens, obviously.
It sounds like a convention for foul people.
Falcon, yeah. Or it's just you bring your chickens and have
mean-
them intermingle.
I'm
Like-
assuming you know it's full con, right?
Yes.
Yes, but you like saying Falcon, and I kind of love that because Falcon sounds like you're just having sex with baby chickens.
Yes. I know a lot of people enjoy that,
Awesome.
but
All right, after this, we have a grocery list. Eggs, carrots, broccoli, onions, celery, peppers, lettuce, potatoes, ice cream, meat on sale, tomato sauce, Coke, and orange juice. The other guy, I'm proud of you. That's a lot of good stuff. I hope you make some good shit.
yes.
Anyway,
Don't take the Coke out and the butter and you're
well,
fine.
I mean, you have to use the butter.
Maybe the orange juice too. Nah.
Unless it's
Low
cocaine,
acid
in
dose.
which case you better keep that shit.
Use some low acid OJ and make yourself some screwdrivers, baby. Bye. Full Mare is next, and I'm saying his name wrong, and he knows why. Full Mare says, too big, small.
I might bite, but yeah, sure.
So you can, but might be that you shouldn't.
Yes. But may you? That's
Yeah.
a different question.
Please explain why you think goat lizard waifu is superior to midget horse waifu.
Oh, that's because on my I think main page I commissioned I think years ago what's that? Rule 30, no, gender switched
Rule 63.
Discord.
Rule 63.
Oh, Eris.
Eris. And I just put that on because that cost $25, and I was,
Right.
at the time, I was very proud of it.
Good.
At the time, what do you feel of it now?
Waste of it.
Shouldn't we take a
I
drink?
probably- Go ahead.
Should we take a drink? You just went,
I've been drinking this whole time. Y'all need to fucking keep up. Okay, so now we have, what's the worst MLP related thing you've ever done in public?
Yes. Probably went to BabsCon 2 years ago.
Going to BabsCon. Yeah,
Just going there.
That was
there.
that was a magical time though. The first day I was out there, I saw with a fedora and about 1,000 Twilight buttons,
what with Fedora?
pins. I mean,
A guy,
big,
a guy.
very fat gentleman, and I think he had Twilight wings on, and I remember there being a guy, ratty, like looking thing. And my brother looked at me when he saw that. Just you could see the, and I was like, "Yes, these are my people."
And then there's me trouncing around like, she's like not giving a shit.
Like the moment, like you're there in the thick of it, and you just stand still, realizing that these are your people.
Yeah, hands on my hips, looking up at the sky, big old smile on my face.
Beautiful.
I loved that. I just wandered around being an asshole.
Yeah,
It
that
was great.
fun. We got so drunk.
Yeah. Anyway, so
What is my fetish?
yes.
The filthiest thing imaginable.
Oh, I was to say consensual sex with the lights off.
Yes, in the missionary position and all that.
And
Oh,
she,
the
and
stress noises start
she's still wearing her bonnet, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
And she
the
saved her,
stress
and
comes.
she saved herself for marriage.
yeah,
Keep
And
the
she's
socks
crying
on.
and she's crying out, thanking the Lord.
yeah.
Pretty sure most women do that if you're doing it right. Though.
Well, yeah, and that I mean like literally.
Actually, you deserve to pat yourself on the back if you're ever in bed with a woman and she starts going, "Thank God, yes, thank God."
You know what?
Yourself
You're
on
right.
that.
Yeah, that's actually okay. Yeah.
You either should feel incredibly proud or incredibly embarrassed.
Or really
That's what she
sad
should be
for
feeling.
her. I can
Good
see
one. Third option.
that in bed
Yes.
ever.
Thank
So-
God the cobwebs are finally out of there.
Yeah.
At work, it's Granny Smith going, "I haven't had my Parmesan cheese shredded in some time. Thank you."
Parmesan
like, oh,
is
God.
shredded.
Come on.
Amazing. Spreading the love, you know.
Pencil, you should look into a collab with that barbecue with the Apple family thing with Granny Smith.
Lab with those people, and I know who they are in a fucking heartbeat. If they want me to
Oh.
help them with the mustard verse, all they need to do is ask.
I know who they are too. They would
Yeah.
they would fucking oh yeah.
Yeah. So, on that note, is there a story you are ashamed of writing? If so, what is it? If there isn't one, you need to stop lying.
I have the opinion because I've known actually a lot of writers that have quit and never written again because of something or other, and have up and nuked their accounts because they're embarrassed about their work. And I'm of the mindset that you should never be embarrassed about stuff you write. You spent hours and hours on the stuff sometimes. Mm,
Well, I mean,
Even
I mean,
if you don't think you do.
I'll admit that there's one piece I am not exactly proud of, and it's because I wrote it just to see if I could, and the finished product is very much enjoyed and people love it. I put that into the world and people like it.
You should still be proud. You should be proud of everything, single thing you write, even if
That
other
was-
people don't like
I am not proud of it.
it. That's
Oh God, people love it, and I fucking hate that story. And if it had gone unnoticed, I wouldn't have given a shit. But because people like it, I'm just like,
Don't like the thing.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's what my mindset. Just be proud of everything you write, even the bad stuff, especially the bad stuff.
That is really bad stuff. Okay, now a question for us, and I think this is a pretty easy thing to do. Guys, we have to rate each other in terms of autism. Let's all agree right now to start with that Nick was 9 of 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we wrong? Am I wrong?
No.
I can agree.
Flam, I think, is the least autistic person here, unless it comes to German history, in which case he'd probably be a 3 out of 10. I think Milk is vaguely autistic, but he actually can keep his shit together. But when he gets excited, it's like adorably autistic. So I'd say probably Milk's like a 5 out of 10.
Agreed.
All right, and I'd say Rav. Rav is a difficult one because he's quiet. He could be one of like those quiet Aspies. But I know him a little better than that, so I'd put Rav at about a 5 as well.
I'm sorry. I have a passion for things.
You should be.
That
Fucking
begs the question, guys.
enigmatic autismo.
Yes. All right, so where does that
Milk
put
change his name.
I'll do it. I can do it. Where does that put me? Now you guys got to answer. Where does that put me?
If we were to judge you just based on what you write without actually knowing you, you would rate pretty highly on the autistic level. But the fact that we actually do know you, you're being autistic. You're pretty much the kid. You're the kid in the school who gets put in special classes because they want to be there. They're faking the autism. So I'd actually so that's actually pretty intelligent. So I'd actually have to rate you pretty low on the autism spectrum. So I'd actually have to put you at maybe about a 3 or a 2. That's just me though.
I'm the least autistic person here.
Probably,
What?
yeah.
However, if you want us to just judge you on what you write, then you're fucking 12.
Rice is the best.
Aw, you guys were so nice to me. Stop it. I'm having feelings.
It's
Feelings are autistic. You're up to a 3 out of 10.
Yes, good. I'm on my way.
We'll start licking your hands, then we'll definitely raise the score.
Yay. Chopped Penguin Lips asks, do you listen to Little Big Town?
No, I do not. Because when I was younger, I listened to so much country music that it burned me out, and I can't listen to it anymore except Johnny Cash.
Aw.
So,
And it
Yeah,
burns.
yes.
Well, Johnny Cash did the best cover of any song ever. I'm just gonna say right now. So.
Yes.
If you don't know what it is,
song.
figure it out. Sunbro for Life asks, what's your favorite video game or otherwise? And I have to pause for a second to say, what does otherwise mean? What is your favorite video game or otherwise?
What's your favorite video game or just anything in general?
The video games for nerds, and I'm not a nerd.
You're here. You're a nerd. Get used to it.
The game I've had put the most hours in is probably like Rome Total War.
Oh.
I was so sure you're gonna say
Total War.
If you're gonna say Farmville, I was gonna fucking get up.
Medieval 2, I play a lot of. Stronghold Crusaders, all of them I play.
He just looks directly at us and he's like bejeweled.
I just like a lot of strategy games, I guess, or whatever you call them.
No, his favorite game are those quiz games at the theater that play before the movie.
Microsoft Solitaire.
So what is your favorite boss fight from a video game then?
Really play games with boss fights in them.
All
I
right.
usually play games that I can put a cheat code in and have $1 billion. So
Sweet.
yes.
Rosebud, motherfucker. What is your favorite character to hate?
That's kind of a broad subject. MLP related, probably. I used to dislike Starlight a lot, but I kind of don't hate her because of her kite hobby, and I thought that was really adorable.
Of all time. You're easily swayed, it seems.
Can I give you my horse where you can hate?
Which one?
Upper crust.
The ugly looking OC thing?
She's not an OC. She's a background character.
She's that rich bitch.
No, the one I dislike was that really shitty model.
What, Fleur de Lis?
Model?
The one with the Indian pony episode.
Saffron Masala?
Tester one.
Huh.
I think.
I
She has a
don't know it off the top of my
super
head.
ugly design.
Oh.
Super ugly design.
Oh, do you mean the food critic?
Yep.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Oh, Zesty Gourmet, I think her name was.
Was that she was horrifying? Zesty Gourmand.
pretty-
Yes.
Yeah,
She was pretty accurate for a food critic, though.
I look at her though, and I think to myself, that's a chick.
Yeah,
I
I have
think-
the same reaction to that.
A pony. Ta-da!
And to be honest, I really don't hate any MLP characters. If like one popped in my lap right now and demanded that I pet it, I would say no.
What if it was Whoa Nelly?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Well,
I
maybe.
came to hang out with you. God damn it! No.
Just goes
Oh,
over
what's the
your
next
fridge
one?
and
Hold on,
starts-
I'm actually in charge of shit now. Fuck. Question to all: have you accepted the Master of the Universe Skeletor into your heart? Yeah, definitely. There's Skeletor in my heart.
He-Man will win. He will always win.
All I have to say is
Skeletor will lose.
I've accepted Skeletor into my heart so much that, matter of fact, there's a skeleton inside me right now.
Spooky.
Too spoopy. All right. So other question. So somehow you got stuck in Ponyland and you want to start a business. What business would you start?
Jim.
Start a BDSM dungeon. So
You would probably get a lot of fucking customers.
I know.
Just saying.
Here's the thing, though. How do you start a BDSM dungeon? How do you get
Well, it's not difficult. I
Same,
know what I'm
same
doing.
way anybody starts a great enterprise.
like I wonder how those first customers would feel when they don't know what's going on and whatnot. How do you convince them to keep coming back?
No, she's gonna
Well-
tap. She's tapped into a market. Trust me. They'll
Yeah,
come.
I'm sure I could walk into like Sugar Cube Corners and just look Mrs. Cake directly in the eye and be like, "Does this house really have enough room for your husband to whip you?" And she'd be like, "Why no?" I'd be like, "I have space for you to do that." And then she'd come and she'd tell everyone about it.
Pencil, I'm imagining you as
The phrase in Equestria would be. Oh wait, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm imagining Pencil as she's selling this. She's walking door to door as like a salesman with a clipboard in her hand.
No,
Yeah,
I
has
would be like a Jehovah's Witness. Hello, have kinky sex.
Hair all tied up in a bun.
Yeah,
Wearing a
exactly,
nurse-
exactly.
No, the business phrase in Equestria for this would be: if you build it, they will come, and then they will
Yeah.
come again and again and again.
As long as I clean
Yeah,
up
they will.
afterwards, it sounds great. I'll make sure I invest in a lot of alcohol to sanitize my equipment. So what about you guys? What would you what would you guys do?
Enigmatic Autismo, you're next.
What was the question? I blanked out.
What business would you start in Equestria?
That's a good. Come back to me later when I gave some more
God
thought.
damn it,
to
you're
this.
taking too long again. Jesus. Flam, go.
Honestly, I'd start an abortion clinic.
Oh God, why?
Forcefully abort. Flam, horses can forcefully abort fetuses themselves.
That
Can they
actually
really?
really screws up that can actually kill them though. So it's really
Jesus,
bad
do they
for a
just
horse to
like
do that.
do they just like wind suck through their twat and then just like falcon
They
punch it
they
out?
have I
Like-
know they have a with their muscles. They do
Yeah.
something I know.
So
They
they
have muscle
just
control.
But it's really bad for the
they
horse.
just make like an artillery shell out the side
No,
out
what,
their
what you
backside.
could what you could do is you could make like a safe and quiet and medically sterile place for them to abort if they want to. It'd be like an abortion lounge.
Abortion lounge. She's like, "Come on, have a drink, get a smoothie, have an abortion."
We have the blender right here.
Oh, fucking
Beautiful, beautiful.
Lamb, right at the abortion lounge. All
All
right.
that stem cell research.
Little big pony. What would you do?
Well, since I'm a really big purveyor of physical fitness, I've always wanted to open up a gym. So if
Oh.
I would have and I have a business degree, so I'd be able to, that'd be pretty viable for me. So I'd probably do that.
Yeah, you have a lot of people you can employ there too. Milk, wake up. Fucking-
I have two sets of things I have to unmute. One thing is for the stream. One thing is for me.
All right, so Milk, what business?
Shit, I don't know. I'd fucking probably just do like a handyman shop or sell windows and doors like I do now.
Aw, they see you'd be useful.
I like being useful.
And all right, Rav, what would you do?
It would I would either open a wood carver shop or a drawing studio.
Oh,
No
cool, an
unicorns allowed.
I
An
have my
art
thing.
space.
I have my
All
thing.
right.
For the sole reason I'd be able to sit there and make all this really fine, detailed shit and be a dick and basically say, "Oh, you can't do that with hers." You know, yeah, I'm an asshole.
All right, Enigma, your turn.
So-
What is it?
So similar to Little Big Pony thing, I'd open a gym. But what they don't know is that those stationary bicycles that everyone and treadmills and whatnot.
Yes.
What it is whenever they use them and they start putting motion, it secretly generates power for me to sell.
So you're creating a make your own electricity center.
Yes, kind of.
You're fucking
It's totally like magic doesn't exist, right? Fucking
yeah, right. I know that our guest is from break, which is important. So the other question I think we should ask ourselves is, have you guys joined the podcast yet on FibFiction? I'm posting a link in the chat. Here's the link, you guys. Enjoy it if you should join us. We also have a lot of new stuff actually on YouTube. We have lots of new Screaming Closet with new games. We have Shitface Shitfix where we read really bad stories out loud in a group and get really fucking drunk together while we do it. We also have writers' workshops, which are basically Priest and Milk giving real good feedback and criticism to stories. And you guys should totally join. And General Honowish, I will not stop shilling because it is my job. You should also donate to our motherfucking Patreon because we don't keep our money. We give it to horses at Red Wings Horse Sanctuary. So
this message paid for by Ron Paul for president.
oh, fuck you. No.
There's also my Patreon.
That's all my shit. I don't know when the next streams for anything will be, Alex. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. We are done with that now. I can go back to asking questions. So, Little Big Pony.
Yes.
How long does it take to go insane from staring at an eldritch abomination?
It'd probably depend on the abomination, I think.
Hooray!
Oh, aren't they all supposed to give you instant insanity when you look at them?
Do you
If it's
even
Lovecraft
praise,
stuff.
bro?
Yes.
Alright.
I praise the sun every day.
As one should.
Do shitty fanfics in her name. So
All right. Well, we're on to Lieutenant Major Dude, who asks, besides saying enjoy the podcast, writer of C'est la vie. You are given a special opportunity where you cuddle the best MLP character and the worst MLP character at the same time. Take it or leave it.
well, it would depend who's the worst MLP character, I guess. Or who I'd think.
It's up to you.
Because-
Like, who's the best and who's the worst?
I don't know. Who would be the worst?
I think the worst one is
Like-
is that stallion who hangs out in the tub of jelly.
Obviously, Spike. Just
This would be the worst to cuddle. I know that.
yes, yes. Unless you're into vor.
Yeah, which I'm
I'm
not.
not.
I get. Yeah, probably
All right, so you'd cuddle Smooze and you'd cuddle.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, probably
That would work. That would work.
be into it.
Special asks, do Timberwolves ship pine cones?
Yes.
I never thought of that.
Well,
That's actually a legitimately fucking good question. I'm not gonna lie.
guessed again.
Yes.
big-
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yes.
On a scale, not scale, on a scale from 1 to 10, how good is a beak job?
Fuck me.
-5.
Yeah.
That needs to be a human in equestrian figure right now. Like you've charmed Gilda so much, she just wants to suck your dick. Like, and
Oh,
you're just like,
yeah.
no.
Here's the thing though. It start to feel
This was Philomena.
it would start to feel gay to you because birds, their tongues look like are vaguely penis shaped.
And you
It
know
probably
this
feels
how?
like sandpaper.
You know
Because
this
I-
from
Wait,
Wiki.
wait. Enigma, you just said something amazing. Wait a fucking minute. Enigma, you just stated that if something that looks or seems like a dick touches your dick, then it's gay.
I'm listen. I'm saying an observation. Never put anything into practice.
What you're
You
saying
heard it.
is
You
that
heard it. You heard it here, guys. Traps are gay, bro.
crap is super gay. I was just saying, like, what if you want to put something vibrating against your dick, man? You put something vibrating against your dick, like, this is gay. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not how it goes.
Hey, it isn't gay if you unless you touch her penis. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, the question you need to be asking yourself is like, what happens if I get my penis stuck in my vagina?
Yeah, does that mean it's automatically gay?
Does
then?
that mean it's gay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Enigma, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for making the statement that if something dick-like touches your dick, it feels gay. So, nobody special asks next, what is love? Which you know.
I've already answered that question, I believe.
Yep. I guess the answer is it is.
Yes.
Isn't a little big pony just a baby giraffe?
No.
Yeah. Well, unless it's like Celestia. She does kind of have that giraffe neck.
No, she's more swan-like.
Give a convincing argument as to why Cars 2 is a cinematic masterpiece and not one of the greatest films of this generation.
Yes. I don't think I've seen Cars 2.
Cars 2.
So, I don't think I've seen it, so I don't know if I can give my professional critique of the movie.
Argument. They're asking you to do it. Defend this fucking movie. Defend it.
Well, it has talking cars in it, right?
Yep.
There you go. Thesis right there.
That's
That's
pretty
what we
much
got.
all I got for it.
All right.
You do
There we go.
realize Lightning McQueen like fucked the shit out of that Porsche, right? Like, imagine that.
I want to point out the fact that Porsche had a tramp stamp.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucked the shit out of that exhaust port.
Yep.
Or whatever
Imagine.
weird car parts they had.
You do, and there's fan fiction of this shit, you know.
There's so much fan fiction.
Fiction anything.
What does a
True.
car penis even look like? No,
Well-
don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't. fucking answer
Okay.
that.
Also, did they give birth to like go-karts?
What's the aging progression of a car?
I think they just give birth to like a set of keys, and the factory has to make them their baby.
So literally, this a literal stork brings them their baby. Actually, brings them. Their
Yeah.
car. He's just already a full established.
No.
So-
No, it's not the stork. It's not the stork. It's the UPS truck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a chance that FedEx can lose my child in the mail?
Fat, balding man and driving a truck.
And if you're a rich car, you get Tesla to deliver your car for you.
Oh God.
Okay.
Breath of Pegasus. Breath of Plagues, not Pegasus. What the fuck ever is wrong with me? Breath of Plagues asks, if you were making a fancy fish dinner for your waifu, would you smother the entree in ketchup or mayo?
Mayonnaise.
There's actually I know who did this.
All right, do tell.
This
Story
question.
time.
There's actually I was doing for a lot of my stories now that I put on film. 4chan just to see how it goes over.
Mhm.
And I was doing C'est La Vie, and in a scene, spoilers, human gentleman out. He proceeds to produce a bottle of ketchup and he pours it all over the fish. And I'm sure you've seen shitstorms for threads and cause of quite a few, probably more than 6, I think. And that was a upset, and I was thought that was physically possible about putting ketchup on fish.
I would be
Probably.
upset if I went on a date with somebody and they put ketchup on fish at a nice restaurant. I would probably break up with them.
Even if they
On
had
the
like
spot.
literally every single endearing quality that you look for in a partner.
Well, I mean,
They check off here, a thought exercise. Here is a guy or a girl who checks off every box in your guys's in what you look for in a partner. They're charming. This is the one. Then he proceeds to just slather motherfucking ketchup on a very nicely $50 cooked thing of fish. And it's not even Heinz ketchup.
No, it's always going to be Heinz ketchup.
Wait,
Anything else is garbage.
Wait, is it fancy ketchup? Because I hate that
No,
shit.
it's like the
Okay.
generic
No.
store-bought generic store brand ketchup.
No. They didn't pour ketchup. They poured catsup.
if they did this to steak, I don't care if they were a Nobel Prize winning poet laureate. I would dump their ass and walk out of the restaurant.
Even if they made you feel special.
Your house to feel special. I don't need that in my life.
You should be able to put whatever you want on. You're the one that paid for it.
Hey, I would rather pay for that than watch somebody destroy a steak.
Amazing.
That's where that question came from.
Pencil is now running a charity for steaks.
And
Yeah,
what was the I suppose I'll answer it because I don't like mayo. I bet you
Every day.
he's not going to be it. He's not even going to hear that.
Every day, millions of steaks are slathered in ketchup.
Ketchup and A1 sauce.
In the arms of a butcher.
God damn. Somebody in the chat saying Lynn better than beef. We have questions. It says, okay, muscle man. Firstly, if you and your favorite horse were at a fancy dinner party and she offended if you placed a hand on her thigh during casual conversation with partygoers.
Nah, she'd be into it. Sun Horse is a dirty old lady. As she should be.
She said there's no. She actually said there's no wrong way to fantasize.
Yes. She is a dirty old lady.
I just want to point out that Sun Horse is Grand Cougar.
I'm lifting semi-regularly and keep up a steady steam of protein in my diet. But I'm not making sick gains. Can you point out some potential pitfalls when it comes to muscle building and maintaining?
Yes. Well, that's actually a very good question. For a lot of people, when you first start out lifting, pick the right routine you do, you'll see gains. You'll see something called starter gains. So somebody that can barely lift 100, bench 100 pounds. Months they might do 225, but after that, when you get all your beginner gains, you plateau. you do something called plateau. You can't age, you won't increase in size, you won't increase in anything. Sometimes for people that's a couple weeks, sometimes it's for half a year. So what a lot of people do for it is they do different exercises. They'll sometimes they'll just keep pushing through until just go over the plateau one day and you're max out 10 pounds more than you could for the last 6 months. That's why people bulk in the winter, so they can max out 40 more pounds than what they could. I know there is some support exercises you can do if you're trying to do main lifts.
Well, I think it is time to move on to the next one. Lastly, and this is important, who do you think can do more squats, Rainbow Dash or Applejack?
Well, since they're horses, and I don't think they have the proper.
Neither. Yay!
Yeah, their hind legs are the way their hind legs are built. I don't think they can actually even really squat, can they? Yeah.
They can sort of squat, especially females when they need to pee. They do this kind of weird thing where they spread their legs and kind of squat down a little bit and arch their back.
Got it.
Anyway.
Tails.
What the fuck was that?
Jesus.
So, this last word says, "What's your favorite story on fan fiction that not a whole lot of people know about, like less than 500 likes?"
I think either I like a lot of stuff that a writer named Dan's Comments writes. The man's everything, single thing he does, or I've read it. And I suppose, let me see, Pony Age. I guess Pony Age. Yeah, Pony Age Origins too, because that's the first.
Appropriate.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I got. Oh, that's more than I'm just looking now. That's 700. Seeing that's the thing that got me started out, and it's long, but it's very good. If you like Dragon Age mythos and all that bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do some rapid fire questions from Ben D. Are you ready for some questions about sun, butt, and butt? Here we go. Even bigger butt.
Say that again.
Does sun, butt need an even bigger butt?
The perfect size that it needs to be.
Can a pony's butt ever be big enough?
Yes.
Is saying a pony's butt can be big enough heresy?
Maybe.
Can you lift the sun?
With enough chalk and or with the right pulley system.
How heavy is sun butt's butt?
Weighty enough that you can really feel it when she sits in your lap.
Call me crazy, but I'm starting to suspect that Bendy might have a thing for Celestia's butt.
200 stories, and I guarantee you half of them are about that.
Did Sunbutt banish her dietitian for 1,000 years in Tartarus when he told her that she should not be eating so much cake?
Probably not, but she probably dietitian, or maybe not get a dietitian at all.
Does the throne Sunbutt sits on need maintenance so it can remain in good condition for Sunbutt's giant royal backside to sit on every day?
Probably the out every couple years, but other than that, not really.
All right, we're on
it's not
some
like
mobile
she's driving around in it.
What did it do with the old cushions?
Probably. Well, with the dirty old lady theme, probably auction them off or throw them off the.
Yeah, I could see
something
that. Like someone probably would auction it.
Yeah.
Mobile Sam's next question is, how do you usually come up with a story idea and find inspiration to write?
Well, I always make myself write every single day.
Good.
And inspiration, you kind of good at. So, but a lot of times I'm just doing lifting, running, staring up at the ceiling, or just idea will come.
Yeah. Ooh. Dash Loon is next, and Dash Loon says, if you could, would you? Yay! There's been a lot of yay right now. I've had enough to drink finally. I have to do it myself. I have to intro it myself. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Milk, remember to refresh the page. There's more questions.
It's time for questions with Phylon.
So, Pony, because it's going to get fun. What is the one thing you cannot live without?
Absolutely. The one thing I can't live without? I don't know. I need air to breathe if you want to be literal about it. I don't know. That's one of those questions you don't know the answer to until you actually goes.
Oxygen, food, or water? Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to be literal,
Of course,
yeah.
always.
But I was.
It's okay. Our next question will really help you open your mind. If you fuck a centaur.
Yes, but you have the highest class of taste. Horse pussy. You get usually giant tatas to play with.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I mean, unless you're fucking a centaur who's male.
Yes.
Wait, so then female centaurs have 4 breasts.
What?
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
they
you
would,
mean
huh?
including horse tits for crotch tits?
Yes. They have 2
I
stomachs,
see.
I think like 30 ribs. 4 sets of lungs, probably. Centaur anatomy is really good.
I've enjoyed writing about centaur anatomy actually. So yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I know. Every once in a while, I'll bite the bullet and read one of your stories, and each one is just as amazingly something as the last.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go
I mean it in the best way possible, especially that. I think after I was talking to you and Flutter Priest at the con, I went to your page, I followed you. Story.
God.
Oh,
Which one?
Lord.
The one with the
That
light
was a
holes?
good one. Yeah. Oh.
Yep,
Yes.
that one. I like that one.
I did too. But every single time I see you, that you post somewhere, I rub my hands again and go, "Here we go." And I never believe it when you say it's not. This isn't horrible this time.
It sometimes isn't. It's sometimes nice and
Yeah.
romantic and stuff. But speaking of nice and romantic, let's go to our next question. Would you rather staple tapeworms on your penis or drink brain juice from a fetus?
Juice, because I'm not gonna get anything stapled in my junk.
Grandma's eyeballs or have a dozen naked toddlers humping your every body part?
What about the grandma?
No answer for that one?
No.
Oh. Would you rather sook on your grandma's eyeballs or have a dozen naked toddlers humping your every body part?
What the hell is souk? Oh.
Sexually suck on.
Oh Jesus. That's actually a lot harder.
I'm sure your grandma wasn't using those eyes anyway.
I have my grandma's eyes.
Oh shit. Honestly, the toddler probably. Because
But if someone
At least I might not. I'm never see those toddlers again. I live with my grandma, so.
Yeah, but if someone saw you getting humped by them, wouldn't you go to jail?
Not if I'm trying to get away.
There you go. You just have to like feign. Oh no, no, don't, no, stop.
Yeah. Please don't.
Speaking of pretending not to want something, next question. You are a pedophile. And by the name of Pedo Bear, your dream has come true. A little boy willingly comes to you for you to take its virginity. However, he wants it in either of two special ways. Would you give your nostrils or your pee hole?
Neither.
Would you kill yourself? Kill yourself is always the option.
Always the option.
Killing yourself, it is. How much love do you get by loving your muscles?
More than you think.
Next, and interesting little question here. Favorite candle scent?
Either vanilla or pumpkin spice. I really like pumpkin spice stuff.
I love pumpkin spice too.
My favorite candle scent is activated almonds.
Oh, fuck off forever. Oh god. Okay, so we're on to Applejack Viz or VLZ or whatever it is. I can't even. Fucking don't care. Oh boy, it's shitposting time. He says he apologizes in advance. 1. If Vampire Unicorn OC would bite a zombie sea pony OC, what would this miserable abomination become?
Probably a human or Anon or something.
That's where Anon comes from. Anon
Beautiful.
comes from a vampire unicorn OC biting a zombie sea pony OC. That's where that came from. You heard it here first, ladies and gents.
But the vampire unicorn OC is obviously red and black. So.
Yeah. What is more sexy, Sweetie Belle or Sweetie Bot?
Well, I'd feel like a pedophile for either. But I guess probably the robot, because at least it's not a person.
She's practically a walking, talking fleshlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a story about that. It was pretty. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I've never had to use certain imagery ever for certain things like that, but you get that'll probably be the best
We're all
choice,
imagining it now, Flam. We're all imagining it now.
Good. That was good. That was my question. That was my intention.
All right, one more question for this. Guess what I'm holding in my hand right now?
What?
Now, that's the question.
The One Ring, obviously.
The answer is their dick. But yeah, no, you got it. You got it. All right, we're down to
Well, if it's
Shakespeare.
a horse dick, there is a ring there, so yeah.
Ring to rule them all. Shakespeare Cleese says, "Little Big Pony, you sound like Matthew McConaughey."
Do I?
I you do. So please read this quote, and it is. Do you really want to try to read a quote?
Yeah. What's the quote?
I'll put it in the discussion. There you go. The chat. On Discord. The chat on Discord.
Yeah, I see it. That's what I love about these high school girls, man. The same age, yes, they do.
Oh my god.
Vaguely, yeah, I guess.
That's from Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Real quick. Is Africa best country?
No.
No. That answers that. Shakespeare Cleese has more questions. Are you fond of riddles?
Not particularly, because I can never get them right.
Oh, do you? Let's do it then. 3 great men sit in a room, a king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other 2. Who lives? Who dies?
Well, I know he didn't put the whole riddle down, but
Mhm.
the main thing of this riddle is it's about these three great men. The king has power for blood of his blood. The priest has power of his god, and the rich man has power of his coin. And none of these means nothing to a man in a sword. So that's technically what the riddle's supposed to be. Mr. Shakespeare's.
Ooh.
I just want to point out that I love his avatar. He's has
Yeah.
set up a shadow and a headlock.
Yes.
All right. Who should sit on the Iron Throne?
Honestly, I don't know, but he's never going to be on there.
We'll see.
Uh,
Who do you think actually will?
Probably Danny. Married to Cersei because she's a bitch.
She's crazy.
Yeah,
I
she's-
love watching her craziness. She's such a crazy bitch.
I can't wait till that new book comes out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just waiting for the days, just praying every single day that R.R. Martin does not die. The old fat sack shit.
He's got time. He's got too many things to do. Okay, so get me out of here. Gmo has a question for you. Maybe you've heard of him.
Oh, yes, I have.
Indeed. He tried to think up shitpost questions, but could only come up with real ones. Sad day. You plan it all in advance, or fly by the seat of your pants, or a little bit of both? Or does it depend on the story you're writing?
It depends on the story I'm writing, but I've really been meaning to do like outlines of stuff and all that, and I never do it. I'll get up a Microsoft Word and I'll be ready to type it all up, and I'll just stare at it for 10 minutes and I'll close it. Go do something else.
Well, that works. Do you like to use more than one of the styles above? Which one do you find the more fun to write?
All right, but planning it out in advance is better for you and everybody else.
Good. Diggy hole over here. I know that's a lot of work to clean it up, but come on, man, just do it. The story's a laugh riot, and I'm sure it will be well received.
This is another story. You guys know, well, I've already said that I write on 4chan, and I write on a very specific thread. It's called Reverse Gender Roles in Equestria.
Well, you've
And
ventured to other threads.
I
Let's be
have
honest.
my main one. Given day, pretty much. And one of the first story, well, not it wasn't the first. Second or third story was Diggy Hole.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I think right after Get Me Out of Here, a PM over Fim, and he was like, "Hey, man, Diggy Hole, and I really like the story, and this guy did. This is like he's a really great writer. Like he did all the Celestial Luna stuff, and
We are very fond of GMO on this
Yeah.
cast. He is our friend. Friend.
and I was like,
Friendship.
shit, you better start writing more. I know you're not dead, even though it says retired on your bio. I guarantee you he has the itchy fingers like everybody else that doesn't write.
I bet he does. I'd love to bribe that man to write.
If I could find out which Discord, if I could get it on the same Discord as him, I'd have him writing within a week.
He's in our Discord, I believe.
Oh, is he? No shit. Let me
I believe
see.
he was once upon a time. I don't know if he still is, but we can find out.
Well, yeah, but anyway, he said probably a year or two ago. He was like, "Why don't you bring it on to people like my story? Though I know they don't like Anon on there, but we can
Yeah,
probably.
it'll happen. Are you going to do it though?
Well, I was like, oh, I'll see what I can do. You know. So what I did is I went on my Pastebin, I copy and pasted the first chapter, and I put it on a Word doc. And like during the Anon part, but the problem is in that story, and that wouldn't be a problem except like you go to there's Applejack, like how she'd speak, you know, like that there, and ain't none of that there, and for so and looks absolutely garbage when you put it in prose, and because the Anon stuff's he talks like a normal person. I have Twilight scenes, she talks like a normal person. Look at it, the Applejack is way too jarring. And I've looked at it and I've like maybe I could just redo the scenes. 10 or 11, there's 15 chapters of that, something like that. And they're about 6,000 words apiece. It would take maybe nothing else but that.
So what you're saying is you're going to do it.
I don't know.
Do it, faggot. I'm pretty sure
If
that's what I said.
I probably should.
Are you ready for the next questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damien Darkside asks, will we have more cool Roman names?
Have a lot of. I just look up Roman names and I put it in for characters.
So are you gonna do some more?
The next fic I do, if that will help you out. It's just a name.
Like a Roman name. Just add us at the end of the name.
No.
Well, I actually do look the stuff up.
Yeah.
Those names are cool.
He's hella legit when he does that shit too. So I mean, no, it's actually cool. For serious now. Just love to have a direct sequel. No, you really didn't intend that?
I thought how I ended it off was actually really good. But people bugging me for weeks. Like this is nonsense. You can't end it like this. So
a lot of people are glad you did. What challenges came up when you were writing the sequel to the story?
Well, during the later chapters, it was loss of focus, I think. I didn't know what I think I did. And a lot of people complained that it seemed like I abruptly ended it. I think the ending's all right. I did kind of abruptly end it because I didn't knowing how long a story was going to take, and I did the math in my head. And where I was, it would probably have taken another year or two if I didn't point. And I was like, if I do 2 more years, this is going to kill me.
Understandable. Okay, we're running lower on time, so I'm gonna.
There is a shit ton of questions, huh?
I told you. What advice would you give to an author who is receiving criticism from readers who don't like the direction the story is going in?
All criticism, you should listen to it. Whether you agree to it or not, that's up to you. Never blow off criticism. Always take in consideration when you're writing.
Respect for entirely because they're a shit. I have seen some criticism from people that say Schindler's List was horrible because it wasn't even in color.
Yes.
Those people.
I get you, but even so, you don't have to take you have to respect what they say, even though it doesn't have to be that much respect.
I don't have to respect
You know,
what a
you can
troll
say-
says. I don't have to respect what some.
You can say you're a piece of shit and like,
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. But other than that, you know, don't never blow off criticism, especially if it's serious.
Exactly.
I fundamentally disagree with the idea that you should never blow off criticism, because some criticism you get is going to be worthless.
Yeah, that is true.
I got you.
But I do believe that.
I read every single post people
No, I
put,
do. I
even
do
though
think you should read the criticism before you decide. Like, don't just look, hey, criticism.
just
My apologies, I misunderstood. I thought you meant like you should always.
yeah.
listen
Don't
to
get
criticism
angry
before.
if people shit on your stories. Don't like get mad at people trying to troll you. Look at all of it. Where you will in your story afterwards.
Yeah, some criticism I will just ignore because it is completely nonsensical. Like if people say, "Oh, this writing style is a little weird," you may consider this way. I'll consider that. That's awesome. It's a legitimate stylistic thing. But I had a Klopp story I wrote, and someone kind of wrote a scathing review, and I shit you not, one of the stipulations for such scathing review was that he didn't like the fetish that was there.
Yeah, that
And I'm
happens
just
a lot.
like, huh, okay.
I had
So,
somebody
I
message
think-
me. Yeah, I had somebody message me after a story and be very earnestly like, "Why didn't Anon rate Pinkie Pie for that? She was mean." I was like, "Are you high? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
oh God.
Yeah, I get a lot of when I do Clop Fix, people are like, "This is great, but I don't like there being a human in it." You know, and I'm like, well, okay, but there's a tag on there. And people, I know people, you'll get 20 downvotes automatically if there's human pony anything.
Would you be open to some Would you be open to some criticism? Of course. This is awful. That's not criticism.
All right, before we move on, although I was one of your critics, I still love your stories and would totally swallow your gravy if given the chance. No homo.
No homo. As long as
All
you
right.
say that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Snuffy asks, "Is going native ever an option if you end up in Equestria?"
Does that mean banging the populace or going naked? Because
I think
I
it
would
means
go
both.
absolutely fine for me. I don't know about the second because I burn like a son of a bitch out in the sun. And I've never gotten sunburn on my junk, and I don't tend to anyway. Or tend to.
Pencil, is it possible for a dick to get sunburned?
I think it's both. Yeah. Yes.
Of course it is. It's skin. Means
Yes. Would you impregnate Celestia?
I'd put 100 babies in that horse.
You know, you probably could if you had enough time.
Immortal. So I mean, I wonder how
And
often.
I've probably written
Anyways,
5 or 6 fics about that. So yes.
disastrous for another time. How steamy would it get if you were in a hot spring with Darren Dew?
Well, probably none, because if she's in there, there's probably a bunch of bad guys that have me tied up or something, or both of us tied up.
There's leopards hiding underneath the water.
Will Hairless Yeti ever get a quiet night with Candy?
I think you got a couple quiet nights with her.
Shipped Twilight and Splash Sentry in What Is Love. Why do you think that still bothers people?
Because people are artistic.
Yay! This Is Love had quite an abrupt ending. What happened?
I think I kind of covered that when I spoke about it before. About the whole it was either going to be a 3-year long fic or I could cut it off and keep my sanity and do something else.
Yeah, keep thy sanity. It is always a good idea. Have you ever told a non-brony that you write horse ex-human relations of any kind?
Absolutely not.
My entire hockey team knows.
Oh, do they?
Yep. They threatened to come to a convention before and just like crash one of my panels. So it's like, I'm never telling you when I'm going to a convention now, assholes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Pencil, just make sure if they do crash, make sure they come in their full hockey gear.
I keep my
That smells so bad. You don't want that.
But yeah, I keep my mouth shut about that kind of stuff.
I'm female.
Yeah, I'm a secret degenerate, so
I just don't give a shit. I'm female. I can get away with it.
yeah.
Rather have wings, a horn, or a bigger schlong?
Uh, the easy answer would be bigger schlong. But wings would be awesome, I think. Maybe the horn if it lets me use magic.
Yeah, if it didn't
If-
let you use magic, what would be the point? What would be the point?
If the wings are long enough, you could use the feather tips to just get yourself off.
Yeah.
What makes Rule 63 Sombra so enticing?
I guess sexy evil villainess type of thing.
Femme fatale. What will your next story be about?
Well, I've been kicking around a couple ideas. I think a while ago I did a couple chapters of this thing and I forgot about it for months and months, and I think I'm gonna start redoing that, and maybe I'll try to do 10 chapters worth, and I'll post and see what happens.
Will you watch the My Little Pony movie for the plot? Yay!
I think I'm gonna go. I think I am gonna go see it.
I'm definitely gonna go see it. I might see it with a couple of these fucks actually, depending on what our plans are. So we now have Yue Toll, who asks to everyone, do you have a shop or bakery that sells something like bread rolls or a different kind of burger bun? Am I hearing snoring? Actual snoring? Hold on.
You're all asleep.
Oh my god, Rob's asleep. Someone want to wake him up besides me? I mean, I can scream at him.
Yeah, give me a second. Hold on.
I'll let you do it, Sam. Go for it.
Oh, you keep going. I'll set it up. Don't worry.
Yes, we do have that. We have rules. To our guest, do you like shark titties? And I have something just for you.
Not
There you go.
particularly, no.
Most of them in the Discord.
Let me see.
Those work.
Well, I didn't until I saw that picture, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Blam, do it.
Some wank material for later, huh?
And his name is John Cena!
And my mic stopped picking it up for some reason. It was too obnoxious. God damn
Do you
it.
want me to scream instead, like I usually do? I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Hey, Rob! Wake the fuck up!
Huh, what?
Fuck face!
There we go.
Sorry.
There we go.
It worked. I told
There
you.
we go.
All right. To our guest, would you a rhino?
No. Because they are too massive, too heavy, and very aggressive.
But would you put the rhino horn up?
Sexual,
up your cooter?
sexually aggressive or just aggressive?
Generally aggressive, like elephants. They're super
Would
territorial.
you put the horn up your poop chute?
No.
Okay. Did Oswald Pohl cross the road?
Cross the road.
He's
Let me see.
a Nazi officer.
Fucking what?
He was killed in Nuremberg.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Flam, make fun of a Nazi. Go.
Make fun of what? Okay. At least Usain Bolt could finish a race.
That's
all I got.
Thank you. I was hoping
Right
you
now.
had something good. Cyber Phazon is our next question asker. Is your username based off of the Little Big Planet games?
It's from a skit by Kevin Hart. We're little but we're big at the same time. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that one.
Would you befriend or date or marry a thing pone? Aw, poor thing pone.
Because that
And
thing
you'd
is
actually know what
a
thing pone is.
soulless. To try to assimilate the whole planet.
Well, I mean, have
Oh.
you seen her bedroom, Isra?
I've seen all the threads on her, but
But this one, but this is my favorite. Look at it. Look at this bedroom, Isra.
really gets me going.
Just check out all those orifices. She can
Yeah.
make more.
She need a bit of fire. That's what I'm saying.
She'd set my heart on fire. So whatever.
not-
Who would you bring back from older MLP generations? And it could be anyone good, evil, or neutral.
That can turn people to glass. What was her name?
I don't remember that fucking. I know what you're talking about.
Princess something.
I'll have to look it up in a bit.
Because I remember watching all of those with my little sister.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Food ponies. Are you ready for food ponies? Are you ready? Did I ask? Are you ready?
Yes.
Which food ponies would you befriend? Little big pony.
Nah. I don't know. I plain ponies and the bat ponies and all that. Even the moth ones, I don't like the food shit.
But the pizza
I
pony.
think that's stupid. I think that's stupid.
Oh, I think they're cute.
You can eat them.
I know you can do both. They regenerate.
You can never eat them all at once though, because if you do, they're gone forever. So you got to take bites.
They'd just be bald all the time, so just eat their manes and tails.
Nah.
Oh.
And they sleep on a big napkin because they always secrete grease.
Which food items would be a great pair after being ponified, like chocolate pony and vanilla pony, or something like that? Salt pony and pepper pony.
Probably chocolate and peanut butter, I guess. That'd be the easiest thing to say.
Are they the interracial couple?
Which food pony would you have to taste just due to curiosity?
Is there a vodka pony? A mixed liquor pony?
There could be a liquor pony. Would you?
Yeah.
Had a child. Would that pony be something like Deadpool, or would it be better or worse than that?
I don't know. Since Discord and Fluttershy seem to be a really big thing, I don't know about the whole Discord and Pinky.
If Discord and Pinky had something, it would probably be the most emo thing ever.
Probably.
No one fucking understands me.
You're saying that she becomes the biggest edgelord?
Yeah, literally. Honestly, I'm under the impression that so much physical excitement and chaos together will just create a supreme edgelord.
Okay, we are on to Mobile Sam again. How do you feel about sweet potatoes?
They're very good bulking material, and you should eat them instead of your, what are they? Normal, regular potatoes.
I mean, can I eat both though?
Potatoes are better for you.
So no French fries, because I remember that time where Carl's had sweet potato fries and they were disgusting.
Fries? What are you on about?
Sweet potato fries are good, but they have to be made. They have to be prepared properly.
My hockey rink makes them. You can get them with beer.
But yes, they are better than regular fries.
So, whoa, fuck, loud. Little big pony. Would you even pet or cuddle thing pony?
If I had to, I'd probably pet it.
Aww. Yeah.
That's how it assimilates you.
Aww. Have sex with yourself. That'd be great. Final question would be from Alex _, who's a dutiful watcher who we like very much. Continue to be a lawn ornament or shanghaied by ponies?
You know, the bad thing is for it to be a lawn ornament, it needs one more chapter.
Just one?
I need one more chapter to do it, and I've been meaning to do it for probably a year. I probably should get onto that. Shanghai by ponies, that's going to be that. Actually, I've been thinking about changing that into maybe like a book, not MLP form, to write professionally for that idea. So I don't know about that.
So the answer is no, OP will never deliver?
The first one, maybe. The second one, probably not.
Well, that's a start. And with that, at the end of our show, guys, we made it. We answered all the questions. We didn't even rush that much. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks so much for being on with us, Little Big Pony. It was really a joy.
Thank you for listening to me for 2 hours. I hope I wasn't as shitty as I think I was.
No, you were great.
Not
Actually,
at
we
all.
have one more question, which is dumb. And Shakespeare Clues said, if you were a super villain, what would your super villain power be? So if we got enough time for one more, why not?
What would my superpower be?
Super villain power.
Probably mind control. That'd be the easiest.
Mine would be the power to give people like awkward boners that they stop whatever they're doing. Like say I'm being held up by the police, I just wave my hand and suddenly they drop their guns so they can cover themselves.
Enigma, I have to tell you, you being brown and saying that your supervillain power assumes that you're being grabbed by the police regularly is just entertaining as fuck.
And the fact that your power is to give people boners, like you're
Thank
not
you.
gay. You're not.
Good job, sweetie.
You're not gay. I know this, but you're fucking trying.
He's a trying. That it's about time for us to wrap it up yet again. Thank you for being on. It was really, really a blast. If you guys
Glad to be on.
if you guys would like to see us do more stuff like this, I ask that you please join the Barcast. It's awesome. It makes me happy. Pretty please with sugar tits on top. There is a link in the chat. This will also be up on our YouTube, which I will send you a link, Little Big Pony, as soon as it's up, which is usually on Monday.
Okay. I'll make sure to post that to everywhere I can.
Hell yes. And yeah, just honestly, it's been a blast. We'll be sure to check out Little Big Pony's stories. It's all in Film Fiction. You can find him there.
It's Little Big Pony on FimFic, and if you want to look at my paste spin stuff on what's it called?
What is it on?
LAP spin.
LAP spin on Pastman.
Yes, capital L, lowercase a, capital P, capital P, and then bin.
A lot today because we've said and made distress noises constantly.
I have.
So that's great. And Milk, what do we have on tap? What's next week?
Shit. Oh, it's Space Cowboy. It's Space Cowboy. I'm sorry.
Space Cowboy next week.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Shit, is that one? Shit, I actually talked to Space Cowboy a lot. Like, is that gonna be on Friday?
Cowboy is dude, bro. I think he's Friday. I have to take a look.
Fuck. Okay. Well, you guys have fun.
Figure that fucking out. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. This has been the Barcast. We have been your Barcasters. Enigmatico Talk. Oh.
I'm still awake.
Clement Wurfer.
I'm here.
Milk.
It wasn't me who fell asleep this time.
Raz.
I got disease. I'm sorry.
It's okay, sweetie. Of course, we had our guest, Little Big Pony.
Yeah, it was nice to speak with all you guys, and I hope everybody listening appreciated listening to my ass for 2 hours.
Trust me. Anyway, have a wonderful evening and take care of yourselves. Be excellent to each other, and please don't die in an automobile accident tonight. Wait till tomorrow.
Can I
Yeah,
have my-
don't do that.
Can I have
What?
my name changed back?